they
so what
might.
is the hesitation? Let's talk about that hesitation. What is the hesitation? Why business, if we already talked about that, listen, this is the one of that area you cannot overlook. You gotta make a decision. You need to use technology for your competitive advantage.
Yeah.
it's the cheapest item you can use, for the very affordable cost. And technology doesn't come with a lot of cost to get to so what is the hesitation you notice that on a business leader's part, whether it's a business owner or a CEO, that they hesitant to make a decision or get involved in a technology strategy? And as soon as technology comes, as you mentioned, it's not that they're stronger side, so they're hesitant to get into instead of you know talking to somebody like you and simply say, listen, help me out with this area and take me there.
Yeah. Yeah. There's several flavors of it, I think, the skepticism. Um, some of it is just this natural feeling everyone has that our business is different. They think it's unique. They think that the special sauce that they have is the reason that they've been successful. A lot of them, it's process oriented, people oriented, more so than technology. Um, and not to discount those things; those are real, and they can still contribute. But I think the blind spot is if you have something that's led to your growth that you couldn't also benefit from something else. And the something else being technology is really growing every single year in terms of its importance and like I said before, in terms of customers' expectations. So a lot of them, their success is their own weakness, right? And they're like, well, we've grown, 30% a year and we haven't needed this, so why do we need it today? The world is different. That's the answer. Other skepticism, there's a lot of hype out there. There's a lot of hype, and what I'm saying could sound like hype to people. Um, it's this amazing capability, and you just flip this switch, license this software. It solves all these problems for you automatically, right? Like it's too much in a lot of cases. And AI at the top of the list right now, enormous hype around AI. There's all these studies of the percentages of projects that don't yield ROI, et cetera, et cetera. I can only say we see ROI in our projects. I think we're
Yeah.
very careful about gauging feasibility. And really, feasibility and cost are just strategic to understanding what's possible in AI. And that's a line that's moving because
Hmm.
things become cheaper and they become more powerful, but it's not everything. And I think a lot of the AI hype has disappointed because not enough attention has been paid to data. Data engineering, data centralization, data enrichment, data cleansing, just data management in general, treating data as a strategic asset of the organization. Not
Hmm.
very many companies do that. And if you don't do that, but you try to do AI, it's going to
Yeah.
fail. It's
Yeah.
going to it's going to yield false positive, false negatives. It's going to lose credibility. Then you get the negative cycle of, okay, now you've wasted all this money and it gives output that you can't use. And that really dampens the excitement, I think, for a lot of people, which
Hmm.
uh, I mean, we're happy it doesn't dampen the excitement for everyone. Some people still see the potential.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is just our process maybe makes people more comfortable that we're
Hmm.
going to end up identifying real use cases. And it's actually things that will help the organization and the ROI we come up with. There's all that about cost and feasibility, which is where our technical expertise comes in. But on the business side, we're very collaborative to understand from them, how will it help you? How many people do
Yeah.
you have performing this function today? What are the exceptions to the rule? What do you need to have a human in the loop of the process, or do you want to have full AI automation? And so, I think a lot of firms don't do that, and there's a lot of news stories about failed projects as a result of that. And so executives read that and they say, this is just it's either not for us, or they say it's not for us yet, and they're waiting to see, their competitors do something. And that's unfortunate because they're missing the chance in a lot of these industries if they feel that way to be
Yeah.
the first mover. And the first mover wins just enormous market share so much of the time. So yeah, the skepticism comes in different flavors for sure. Um, some of it, we talk to some industries where they feel like they're a people business, right? That's another flavor we hear. Yeah, this is great, maybe back office efficiencies, but we're a people business, and we can't ever like put a chat bot in front of our customers or have AI really improve our capabilities.
Hmm.
And so when we probe that and say, okay, really, so do customers ever sort of email in or call in and want to check the status of what's going
Yeah.
on with their projects? Do they ever ask you to predict, like, when do you think it'll be done? How much do you think it'll cost? How do you think this is going to look? Those are things that technology can help